Oh man, they've been relentless recently, yeah.
But you...
My mum's been doing it on purpose. She leaves chocolate out now. I swear to you, she leaves chocolate out just to fucking get me. It's so annoying. All right, give me my money. Give me my money. I had inconsistent habits with an all or nothing mentality, which led to, instead of say me doing short sessions, I would just skip sessions totally. Instead of saying eating 80-90%, would just go kind of all out. So I was confused about what plan to take, what training and nutrition plan to take. I wasn't sure, you know, how much volume to do or what set and rep scheme, particularly with, you know, diet, in terms of diet, what I should be eating. Historically, always struggled to gain weight and eat enough. But, you know, through different food options, I've seen different ways to lose and gain weight, as said by you. I did have an emotional, or like, you know, some sort of mentality with my body weight where I didn't want it to drop past a certain point, you know, for fear of being skinny. But I'm nearly 5 kilos below that now, and I've got no look or feel towards my body weight. And I would argue that I look way better at what I weigh now than what I was worried about going past previously. Before I used to do quite heavily structured group physical training sessions, and when I moved into the gym and needed to go solo, I was unsure about what the best plan split was, how I should be eating, what I should be eating, meal timing, all these kind of things, and that's why I was kind of unsure of myself and why I approached Himpson in the first place. I had some hesitations before starting online coaching that maybe it's not the same as being in person, as I've followed that route previously, but working with Himpson, those were completely unfounded, and the whole process was extremely comfortable, checking in each week. So what made me feel comfortable with the process was Himpson's caliber and what he's achieved himself. And if he can achieve that with himself, then if you could pass at least some of that knowledge onto other people, then, and you can achieve half of what he's achieved, then, you know, you're going to look, feel and perform a lot better. Since working with you, I've dropped about 9 kilos in body weight, and also gotten stronger whilst getting leaner. I've had more energy, I've felt more focused mentally, and I think that's a large part down to your attitude towards my diet and what I was eating and different food sources, and, you know, not having to worry so much about meal timing. You don't need to eat 6 times a day, you can do 4. And also an attachment to my body weight. I always felt like I needed to be a certain weight, but having dropped past that, I think I look better, way lighter than I ever would have dreamed of. So since working with Himpson, he's changed what and when I eat, and that's made me feel a lot better and also perform a lot better. Certain numbers on lifts have gone up in terms of performance, whilst also my body weight has been dropping, so I've been getting stronger whilst getting lighter. The tracking of the food's been a big thing, where you actually know how much you're eating roughly. I mean, you'll never know exactly, but having a good guideline of what you're eating and how much of each macro you're eating, and it really does make the process easier when you've got an overall approach figured out. So even like me and Himpson have been doing recently, where 5 lower days and 2 high calorie days on the weekend, and if you've got a goal to aim for, it makes that process of achieving and having something to aim for a lot easier. It's easy to slack off when you've got no accountability and no one to keep you on the straight and narrow, or you're only accountable to yourself, because it's always easy to give in. Working with Himpson, I understood the all-around nutritional approach, where you can still have junk food, or you can still eat takeaways, but probably just not as frequently as you were before, which when tied into the whole nutritional approach, you can still see results and eat flexibly, you know, in social situations like with your family and joining people for takeaways or meals out, nights out. And that ties into the approach that Himpson's given me, where 80% is better than falling off the wagon completely. I've been working with Himpson pretty much exclusively over lockdown, where I had access to limited equipment and I was training outside in all weathers. I didn't think that the results I've seen would actually be achievable without a gym, but it shows you can do it training from home with limited equipment and not even seeing a coach in the flesh, just purely via email and phone. So what I would say to someone who's considering working with him is just go for it. You really haven't got anything to lose, and he's a great guy. He knows what he's talking about. You can tell his pedigree from what he's achieved himself, and if you can, even if you only get half or 50% better, then that's 50% better than you were before. You don't need to worry about stepping on stage or being 5% body fat. Going from 20% to 12% is a great result, and I would fully encourage anyone to contact Himpson.